Hi, and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio, wherever you are today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Nay from Intuitive Readings. I'm a psychic and medium, and each week I deliver some insights into some spiritual topics and readings for listeners. So today I thought that I would get out my tarot cards and do a reading for the collective. Now, what this means is that wherever you are today or whenever you're hearing this is actually when it's intended for you. Okay, so that is what a collective timeless reading is. Now, Spirit brings these messages to you at this time, and if it resonates, wonderful. But if it doesn't, please leave it behind. Now, I'm going to pull 3 cards today. Okay, oh wow, and 2 major arcana in there as well. So major arcana cards speak to the more sort of significant life shifts, and the energy may be quite prevalent for you as well, or prominent for you as well. So we'll start at the beginning. I've got the 7 of Cups here. So the 7 of Cups, this is all about choices and illusions and dreams. So for some of you right now, I feel as though you're actually weighing up your options, okay? You might be standing in front of a buffet of possibilities, but not all of them are what they seem. And so this is a moment of temptation, really. Distraction,
Perfect.
fantasy. You're being shown a lot, but not everything is sort of rooted in reality. So some offers or desires could be more sort of smoke and mirrors than they are substance, okay? So, for example, Spirit's making me aware of people on Facebook and Instagram, sort of those influencers, and they seem to have these really perfect lives, loads of material things, okay? So they're attractive, they have attractive partners, extraordinary talents, beautiful families, and it's really great to enjoy those videos and momentarily feel like you're living in someone else's life, but and perhaps, you know, vicariously. But it's really about creating that life that you want, and it's your experience. So don't feel as though you have to emulate someone else, okay? And really asking yourself, you know, what is it that you want, or what is it that you need, importantly? And this is a test of discernment. So be careful of sort of chasing glitter when really you're after gold, okay? So the second card I have here is the Star. And the Star is really a beacon of hope. It's healing and really around spiritual clarity as well, okay? So after confusion, and I feel as though it has come in for some of you after a period of confusion, a little bit of overwhelm as well in your life, and it's really just reminding you to return to your center, okay? Because you are being guided at this time. So do trust your intuition. So that is that voice from within, your intuition, your dreams, and you know your inner light. So the Star brings a message of divine timing and emotional renewal. So whatever has felt heavy or lost or uncertain, it's like you're being recalibrated at this time. So you don't have to choose out of fear. The universe is aligning you with what is actually meant for you. So just stay open to that, stay soft, and stay hopeful, importantly. Stay hopeful, okay? And the last card here I have for the collective is the Justice card. This is all about truth, balance, karmic alignment. This card says everything you do now will echo into the future, okay? So decisions that you're making now do carry weight. Slow down, think clearly, and, you know, choose, you know, let truth and not ego drive your decision making, okay? And to be your guide. So for some, I think this does involve legal matters. So contracts, long-term commitments, might be a lease, it might be purchase of a house. I feel as though for some people it does relate to home ownership and living arrangements. And all I would say there is just take care. Don't be rushed into making a decision. I'm actually being shown like a car dealership and someone sort of stalking someone through a car dealership. Okay, so just because they want to put the hard sale on them. So don't let anyone put the hard sale on you. Take a step back. Okay, and almost put yourself in the position of the seller if that's you there at that car dealership, okay? So for some of you who are experiencing a pressure to make a decision, and particularly a financial one, yeah, take a step back. There is no urgency. And if it is, if it's not this house or this car, then it will be the next one. Spirit won't let you miss out, okay? You will always get exactly what you need when you need it, okay? So just trust in that. So justice reminds us actually that fairness isn't always easy, but it is necessary. Now, I do have a caller on the line, so I'm going to jump to Melissa in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How are you, Melissa?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. I have been to Pittsburgh, actually. It's lovely.
Oh, really? Yes, yes, I know. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, wonderful. Now, what can I do for you today? Do you have a specific question, or are you just open to anything that comes through?
I'm really open to anything. I was hoping to see, I don't know if you was able to connect with my dad or anything, if that's possible. And
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to step into the higher realms and just take a moment to do that. Okay, I do have a gentleman coming through, but he's also coming through with a female as well for you. And I feel as though that's a younger female. So I'm
oh,
just going to ask her to step aside,
okay.
and I'm going to ask him to step forward. Okay, and he's passed quite young, I'm being made aware, because I almost feel as though he was still working when he passed. He didn't, it's like he hadn't put the tools down. Does that make sense to you?
No, he was like older when he had passed.
Okay, because he's making me feel as though he's still quite young at heart there. And I feel as though he's still
Yeah, probably.
very quite mobile and doing things, because it's like he tells me that he still had a lot of things that he wanted to get done. Okay, so it's like
Yeah,
there was,
yeah. He was,
it's
yeah,
almost
he
like,
never wanted to stop. Yeah.
because it's almost like I have like a list, and it's stuff around the house, but it's also like going places and doing things as well. And I had plans of things that I was doing,
Yeah,
which it's almost like they didn't come to fruition.
yeah,
And making
yep.
me aware that there is a plan there as well, where it's almost like, I don't want to, maybe it's a trip. It feels like a trip to me, where he's actually, he didn't make a trip, and then other people went on that trip, or it's like a trip that you all go on together, that you all went on that trip. So making me aware of
I know
some sort of
shortly,
travel
like
in that.
I know shortly after he had passed, my mom went on her first vacation with my sister and them.
Okay. Oh, lovely. So yeah, bringing up that, and just because I almost feel as like he was there with them as well to enjoy that moment
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
He does tell me like he was a bit of a workhorse during life as well, because he's brought that up again, and I do feel as though he did spend a lot of time tinkering with things and doing things. So very difficult for him to slow down.
Yeah.
And he's almost like, my daughter's got that trait in her as well, that sort of drive and that motivation as well. So making me aware that
Yeah.
that's something that you have as well, just this inclination to just always be busy, very busy, having a very full life in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah. Always on the go.
And do you have a daughter as well? I'm being made aware of a granddaughter there too for him.
Um, I have two daughters.
Two daughters. Okay. So I feel like this might be the eldest one, because he makes me feel as though she's a bit bossy.
Well, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Telling me that she's a bit bossy, a little, you might call it a bit sassy, um, someone that it's a bit difficult to sort of take instructions or instruction her to do something. A little bit of resilience
That
there.
was probably my sister's daughter. She's
Okay.
very hard to control, and she still is right now. So, yeah,
Because he is making me
that's
aware with
probably
this
Kayla. Yeah.
child, he is making me aware, it's almost like no, it's not, it doesn't feel like your sister's daughter to me, it does feel like your daughter, because he is saying to me, it's like,
Hmm.
you have the children that you deserve. And he says
Yeah.
it's almost like her personality is very
Oh.
much like yours as well. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah. Well, that would be my youngest, and she is. I always said you get the kids. That's what I was like. Oh God, don't ever. It'll come back to you, like you said that. And I always repeat
yes.
that, and I crack up because she is very bossy. She's only 6, and she controls the whole house.
Yes. Okay. So he is making me aware of this personality, and he's saying it's almost like, because he's got a bit of a sense of humor about him too, because he sits back and it's almost like he feels like he's getting his just desserts here. Because I feel as though there was a time
Yeah.
during your childhood where you weren't the easiest either, and so he's kind of
No.
enjoying this sort of. He's calling it a
Yes,
replay.
I
Okay,
know.
so
Yeah, I wasn't like, and I always crack up because I wasn't the easiest to go into kindergarten. I gave them my mom so much problems, and
yeah,
that's her. She's the only one of my children that does that to me.
yeah. So he is. This
Yeah.
is absolutely
Mhm.
for you, and it is. It's almost like he is watching this,
Oh
and he's
yeah.
saying it is a bit of a replay. And he also says on that as well. He's like, and it's only going to get better. And he says it in a really
I
jovial,
don't. Yeah.
funny way, because I feel as though you are going to
Oh
have,
yeah.
those typical struggles that all parents have, I suppose, with raising children. But he says it in such a
Yeah.
way that it's like he's enjoying watching you have to respond. And he says that like you respond in that in a really because you're a very conscious parent as well, and he's making me aware that you respond to that in a really loving way. Because he feels as
Yeah.
though he does bring up that he was quite short as well in the younger years. I feel as though there
Yeah.
were,
Yeah.
for your childhood, he was
Well.
quite short. And it's almost as though that's
Yeah. He was
how
five
his
three.
parents had raised him. And
Yeah. Oh
that does
yeah.
come with
Yeah.
a bit of apology around that as well, because it's just something that he wasn't aware of at that time in his life. Because I feel as though there is a
Yeah.
bit of a reflection piece around how you parent and how you were parented, and it's as if to
Mhm.
say like he certainly was an excellent parent, but I think
Yeah.
it was just during those times there was a lot of stress in the earlier years, and just saying that around those times it was he could be a bit short, and acknowledging that for you. Okay, and it's okay to make
Oh yeah.
mistakes in
Very,
that space.
very short tempered. Yes. And yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's
I
saying around
understand that.
that too, like it's okay for you to make mistakes in that space. But he's so proud of you, and he thinks you're doing an absolutely wonderful job, Melissa.
Yeah. I know I am. No.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I hope that was a lovely connection, and it's such a privilege to connect with your father there. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank
And for
you.
everyone
Thank
else,
you.
all the other listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. I am Name Mary from Intuitive Readings. Please come and follow me on Facebook and connect with me there. Have a fabulous weekend, and stay tuned for some other amazing light workers.